Live.
Yeah. Hello guys, welcome to the latest edition of the DW Live show. Brought to you today with Dom. Hello Dom, say hello.
I'm in the background, Neil, but it's just you on screen for a second because they don't need to see.
Yeah, hello, sorry Dom. And I'd like to introduce as well a couple of people, and what the show is about is we're with Sam and Tom from Song Division. Basically, we're doing a show entitled Music for the Soul. You're going to love this one, guys. It's going to be a mixture of talking to Tom and talking to Sam about music and how it basically...
Let's just get a quick hello and from Sam and Tom.
Hello, guys.
Hey, can everyone hear us? How's it going out there? Sam McNeill here from Song Division with my good friend and one of our amazing musicians, Mr. Tom Billington, who I'll introduce properly shortly.
Thank you very much. Okay, Neil, back to you.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Hope you're all okay. Here with Sam and Tom today for the Music for the Soul show. You're going to really love it. Dom, can you hear me? Sorry, I'm hearing.
I can indeed.
I'm on a real bad delay.
Why are you having such a bad delay? We were testing, no problem. I have a feeling I'm going to just very briefly. Tom, would you grab a guitar and perhaps play us some hold music, please? Just while we
sure. Okay.
Some thinking music.
For you.
Some thinking music. Yeah, I'm happy to chat. While we do this, I might just quickly introduce a little bit about myself and Song Division and Tom in a little bit more detail. Thank you for having us, everyone. Song Division, we're a 17-year-old company now. We work in the live meetings and events industry, helping organizations connect through the power of music, come together, motivate their teams, communicate their core values, and all kinds of fun stuff using the power of music. I'm the general manager here in the UK and Europe. I've been here for 4 years, and before that, I looked after our Australian office. So I've been actually working for Song Division now for about 14 years. And it is the best job in the world, and one of the reasons is I get to work with people like Tom Billington. So just quickly a little bit about him. He's an incredible guitarist and singer, as you're about to experience. He's toured with people like Michael Bublé, Sophie Ellis-Bextor. He's worked with Gary Barlow. His band's toured across the US with the Killers and guys like that. He's an absolute legend, and he also has his own charity called Electric Umbrella, which is for music for people with learning disabilities. So say a quick hello, Tom, you absolute legend.
Well, high praise indeed. Thanks very much, Sam. It's really lovely to be here. Thank you for having me.
Nice one.
Okay, in the background, Neil, do we have you back? Let's see if we can make this work.
Hello, I'm back. I'm so sorry, we had a few
There we go.
Okay,
Here we are.
Sam and Tom will come back to you in just a moment. Okay, Neil, carry on.
Okay, so welcome to the show, guys, again. Sorry about those technical issues. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I hope all this stuff is going to be useful to you guys. So privileged to have Tom and Sam here today with us. So this show is we're going to be finding out a bit about what they do. And then also, more importantly, and really excitingly, we're going to create a song live together that's very talented Tom. Give us away, Tom. Is going to perform for us. So Sam, first of all, do you want to tell us a bit about your experience? Basically, some of the things you've done and what you guys do, just as a rule. I know you kind of briefly touched on it then, but we'll expand on it a bit.
Like I said, I've been at Song Division now for 14 years as a facilitator, musician, performer, and then moved over to the UK to set up this office 4 years ago. So running the day-to-day operations as well. And like I said, we're using the science of music, which is why I'm excited to be on this, this discussion, to really help organizations come together, bond, get pumped up for their strategies and their goals, have fun, of course, communicate core messages and meetings of the event and objectives of any meeting or event. So music, and I'm going to touch on the science stuff very shortly, but, I think we all agree that music is a great tool for doing all of these things. So that's a little bit about the company. And before that, I've got a Bachelor of Music Studies in Classical Voice from the Conservatorium of Music in Sydney. I spent 5 years with Opera Australia when I was in my youth. Had some fun experiences like getting to sing at the Sydney Olympic opening ceremony, and some not fun experiences like singing at Michael Hutchins' funeral from In Excess. So I've had a very much music based life and career, which I feel very grateful for. And now here I am rocking out with people like Neil and people in the meetings and events industry for a living. So I feel very lucky and fortunate, even at this particular moment in time.
I'm going to jump in just before you move on, Neil, because I think it's important. This needs to be an interactive session. We've got 50 odd people watching. Yeah. We're going to be firing some stuff out to you. We need your involvement, because honestly, this entire show really only works if we get people involved and you actually kind of drop your comments when we get to that in a minute. But equally, if you've got any questions for Neil, for Sam, for Tom, or even for me, please drop those in the comments as well. Like I said, this needs to be an interactive session because otherwise it just doesn't work.
Totally agree. And Sam, I just thought it might be a good idea. Do you want to explain kind of what we're going to be doing in terms of creating the song and what we're going to be asking the guys
100%.
to help us with? Yeah,
100%. So I guess the structure for us is, we'll go through any questions, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the science behind music because it's really interesting and fascinating. I don't go too deep, don't worry. It's all very top level. We'll then come up with some chords for the song, which will help Tom come up with, and then we're going to try and vote on the style of music, because this is a Delegate Wranglers song. So this is your song, guys. So we'll choose a style as a group, or we'll vote using the comments, and then I'm going to go through some tips, some really fun tips and things you can do at home to stay balanced, stay motivated, stay positive, feel connected, even though you might be home alone and feeling isolated. Music can really help with those kind of things. Then we'll write a bunch of lyrics as a group. I'll get you commenting again and helping me create some lyrics, and then I'll take a few minutes to put it all in a little bit of a PowerPoint presentation. And then to finish off, Tom Billington is going to perform the song live to close the session. So it's going to be fast, it's going to be furious, it's going to be fun. The 3 Fs.
Just so you know, just so you're really aware, we have no song. There is a whole load of nothing in my head at the moment.
Yeah, this isn't a magic trick.
No, this is in a very short amount of time. There will be an entire song, and it will all be of your doing.
So please do interact on the comments box there. I can't see them, any comments as of yet. Are there any up yet?
Not just yet.
Okay, great. Well, please do comment when instructed.
So, guys, I don't know if any of the observant people noticed something that just happened in the background.
They wouldn't have actually been able to see any of that happen, because it happened, luckily, when I was off screen. But
I used to do. What happened?
Midway through that, my clock fell off the wall behind me.
I saw it.
That's rock and roll, baby. That's rock and roll.
Just to prove we are live.
I couldn't work out what the noise was, and I saw Neil's face. He started laughing. I couldn't get him off screen. Luckily, I wasn't on, so people wouldn't have seen it. I will find the replay of that.
Amazing. Let's get into this.
You need to look at the before and after, guys. Anyway, so Tom and Sam, would that be a good point to jump right in now for the chords?
Yeah,
I think we go for it. Yeah,
let's get into the chords, and then I'll jump back to a little bit of some of the fun science stuff, and we'll go from there. Okay, so cool. This is your chance to interact, people. If you are watching live, we do need your help. We're looking for the first 2 or 3 letters that people send in. All you need to do is put a capital letter between A and G, 1 letter only per person. A, B, C, D, E, F, or G. I need a capital A, B, C, D. This is for the chords of the song. So if you're a musician, you'll know that there's only A, B, C, D, E, F, and G in the musical alphabet. So we're looking for the first letter. Let's see what we get here. A, B, C, D, E, F, or G.
We've got to give it time to come through.
I know that there's a slight delay.
You can add a sharp or a flat here and there, but be
if you're feeling musical, you could put
there's an F in
got an
from
F.
Dom.
Okay.
Okay, so that's one.
Okay.
That one's been done.
We have a D from Jan.
Okay.
F letter between A and G. One letter only per person. A, B, C, D, E, F.
So we got a D. I like that. And then we see if we get
F and D.
F and D is good. Let's see if we get one more letter. F and D. Is anyone?
We got loads.
We got loads. Give me
Got loads.
the third post.
The third post would be from Chrissy. Would be a B.
Okay.
Ooh.
No,
F,
Chrissy
D, B. Can we hear what they sound like, Tom?
I'm going to go B flat. Otherwise,
Go B flat. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, I love it. I love that. That's brilliant.
That's
okay, so next up we have our chords, and Song Division sessions are all about what we call simple ideas and a yes mentality. So this is lovely. So we never say no to any ideas. We might say, how about B flat instead of B, but we do never say no. So FDB, they're going to be our chords that make up the core of the song. The next thing we need is the style of music, guys. So we're going to give you 3 options here, and then you're going to vote. So rock and roll, Tom, give us those chords in a nice dirty Rolling Stones kind of rocking. Love it. Okay. Oh wow!
Whoa, we're getting the beats already.
Let's hear. Can I hear a funk version of those chords?
You certainly can, in some way, shape, or form. 1 second. Let's try this one. Hang on. I'll explain what I'm doing in just a few minutes here.
Don't worry too much about the beats.
Yeah, so a funk version would be kind of like.
Okay.
That kind of thing.
There's a lot of drums and ugliness going on as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so rock, funk. Let's go one more, like a bit of a bluegrassy country vibe.
Oh, okay. Hang on then.
Oh, now we're talking.
Dom loves it.
What about death metal?
And one more heavy metal.
Heavy metal. I'll give you a death metal one. Sounds a bit like this. So, wait for it.
2, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so, oh wow. I'm kind of digging that actually, with maybe a bit more chilled out verses. Okay. Let's get people voting on that. So, don't get you to mute, Tom, in case it's your pedal. No?
I can hear you, Tom.
Can you guys hear that?
So
Do we need people to vote?
There we go. Yeah, so in the comment box, we need you to write simply rock, funk, country, or metal. Now, we'll give people time to do that. So I might do a bit of talking about the science while they do that. So you've got a couple of minutes. And if someone like Neil or Dom or even Diane wants to keep an actual real tally, because we want this to be real. This isn't.
We've got a few votes for funk already.
Okay.
4 votes. The first 4 votes.
Funk have it. So while we do that, we'll give everyone a minute. Funk, rock, metal, or country, and I'll talk a little bit about some of the fun sciencey stuff real quick, because we really enjoy this stuff. So there's a few reasons why music is such an amazing tool to help you feel connected and motivated and balanced and positive at home. So there's 3 things I want to touch on really quickly. The first one is the part of the brain that music activates. So Most of us spend most of the day living in what we call the amygdala. It's the part of our brain that we live in every day, and it's when we get stressed, we release cortisol, the hormone cortisol, and it's what puts us in fight or flight mode. So it's activating that part of the brain that keeps us simple acts of survival. Like, you know, if you think of the caveman brain, that's what that comes back from. So it's about, you know, scrambling up a tree to get away from a lion, or fighting off another caveman, or you know, literally just trying to find your next meal. That's what we call the caveman brain, and it's called the amygdala. And cortisol puts us in that part of our brain. We don't want to be in that part of the brain, especially not all the time. It's not good for us. We want to be what we call the prefrontal cortex. Now, in the prefrontal cortex, that's when we live in the part of our brain that has us being creative. It has us being problem solving. It has us thinking about how we can help others. It has us, you know, thinking about interacting and collaboration. All of that is in the prefrontal cortex. That's where we want to be. To get into the prefrontal cortex, we need to release a chemical that we call oxytocin. Now, again, this is all pretty, you know, top-level science stuff, so you don't need to worry too much about the actual words. But to release oxytocin, guess what's the easiest way to release oxytocin? Legally, I might add. It is music. Listening to music, playing music, singing music, going to concerts with your friends. That's how you release oxytocin, and that's how you get into the part of your brain that frees up your mind to be creative and to collaborate and to problem solve, and that's where we want to be. I think that's where I want to be. So if you think cortisol equals amygdala and stress, oxytocin equals creativity and relaxation, which one would you rather live in? So that's all. That's part one. Part two. If you go back even further past the caveman brain, back millions of years ago to our ancestors when we were all chimpanzees roaming the earth, they used to do something, and you'll still see this at the zoo if you go there. They sit behind one another and they pick off bugs. Has anyone ever seen this? They pick flies and bugs off each other's back. Now, they're not doing that because they read Vogue magazine and they're vain on their, you know, they want to look good. They do that because doing that releases dopamine, and it creates a social bond. So when we release dopamine in our brain, we strengthen the bonds with those around us. So again, luckily, we don't need to go to our friend's house and pull bugs off their back to feel this sense of connection and to release dopamine. There's another really easy way to do it, and that is by listening to music, sharing music with others, performing, or going, you know, in a choir, a local choir. Again, things we can't necessarily do right now, but I am going to give you tips on how you can do this in your own home. So music creates social bonds as well. And then the final thing is, and I'm going to move very quickly here because time really does fly, is music and memory. Now, I don't need to talk about the science of that because all I need to do is ask Neil. Neil, what did you have for lunch on last Monday? Yeah, exactly. Well, yesterday, actually, it was the last Monday. Couldn't tell you. But what if I said to Neil or Tom or Dom, what if I said, guys, sing me the song the first love song that you shared with your first girlfriend? Everyone had their you know, our song. What was that song? Can someone tell me?
Oh, it's rather embarrassing. No, I'm not going to do it.
You have to. Tell us.
That shared with a girlfriend, I'm not sure, but one of the first love songs I actually remember would have been Lady in Red by Christy Berg.
Oh, amazing. So, loving it tonight. So, I don't know, like, to me, that's incredible. You can't remember what you had for lunch yesterday, but I could tell you I could sing the first verse of my first love song with my girlfriend.
Which was what?
And she just moved right up the block from me, and oh, she got the huts from me, the finest thing I ever see. But Nelly and Kelly, I love you. So, I don't need to explain that, but music has this incredible ability to invoke memories and invoke times in our life that might have been particularly positive. So we can tap into that. We can listen to songs from our past that were, you know, really happy times in our lives, and we can re-engage that emotion using music. So they're the three little things.
Sam, I was just going to say as well, music's really important for moods as well, isn't it? You can listen to certain types of music, put you in a certain mood, or, you know, more motivating music for football or whilst you're working.
Exactly right. Things and I might just add that Song Division are creating a work playlist that we want to be a living and breathing playlist on Spotify. So again, type in the comments songs that you love to listen to while you're working, or albums you love to listen to while you're working, and we'll add that to our Spotify playlist. So that's another thing. So let's
we've got the vote in. We've got the votes in.
What's the votes?
So I'm just going to check with Diane whether it was the last time it was Still Rock. Yeah. Rock was the winner. It was a close winner. The second to Funk was second place.
Tom is so good.
But Rock was the one.
Tom can make it a funky rock vibe. So I'm going to leave that in his court. In fact, Tom, I might get you to mute for a second and muck around with the structure, and I'll quickly give some of these top tips that we want to share with people to help them feel connected at home, because that's why they're on the call. Apart from hearing our amazing song, I really want to offer some value here to people. So what we're suggesting to people to do at home to stay connected using the power of music, to stay balanced, to stay positive. I've got a few good ones for you here. I've just touched on one. Share and create playlists with your work and friends and your colleagues. You know, I know a great company that's doing it. They're all sending in their favorite albums to listen to, and they're making a company playlist. The reason to do this, again, social bonds. This is just such an easy way. If you like, you comment on them, you tell people what you love, what you don't love. It's just a great way to feel like you're socially connecting with people that you work with and normally would do, you know, physically day to day at work. So that's a nice one. A couple of other fun ones. Put on a whole album. So go find your box of vinyl, depending how old you are, or a CD or a tape, if you know, again, depending how old you are, if tape still exists. Put on a whole album. Take the time, give yourself the time, either put it on in the background, or even better, sit back and relax and enjoy it. Sam,
that's the only thing that Spotify, one of the things Spotify removed, doesn't it?
Yeah, look,
you know, because you don't listen to full albums anymore. It
did. Albums were meant to be a body of work, you know, they're meant to be a journey. They're meant to be that artist, you know, an insight into their story. So look, Spotify's incredible, but I'm the worst. I go on, you hit shuffle play, you never even listen to it in the right order. And so put on an album and again, the reason we do that is evoking memories. So put on your favorite album during high school, or when I remember when I first got my own car, and it was the first time I drove on my own, and I put on, I think it was, gosh, this is embarrassing as well, I think it was the best of Bryan Adams.
There's nothing embarrassing about that, Sam.
Yeah, I agree. So it's about, if you're feeling a bit down, the easiest way to get into a positive mindset is to put on an album from a time that might have been happier. Couple of other ones. There's a bunch you could do. Get loud and get physical. You know, put your money where your mouth is a little bit, and you know what? That's what I do anyway. But you know, jot down a 4-line poem, which we're going to do in a minute. I'm going to show you how to do that, or have a crack at writing a little song. No one has to ever hear it. We're not going to, you don't have to share it with anyone. Don't worry about that. Put on an album and sing along to it if you want. Or finally, do some simple breathing and humming exercises. So I'm going to show you a couple right now. This just will help you activate the right parts of your brain that we talked about and get you feeling positive and releasing oxytocin and dopamine. So one is by taking a deep breath and doing a hummed siren. So all you need to do is this. You literally can't do that without laughing, by the way, so it works.
No.
So yeah, again, just one deep breath and a siren. And then again, especially if you're giving any presentations at work via a Zoom or a webinar, a quick warm up, counting to 5 in a scale: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really easy. Anyone can do it. If it sounds terrible, you're not performing for anyone. It's just for you. Remember, this is all for you. So there's a couple of tips that hopefully will help you be able to bring some balance into your life using music at home during this time when we can't be connected to others physically.
This whole thing about music and being a social connector, I guess if you've seen any of the videos, I think particularly coming out of Italy in the tower blocks, people out on the balconies, you know what I mean?
Amazing.
It's such an incredible thing to see.
It's incredible.
And Italians, as are other cultures, very good at using music to create that connector amongst their community.
Yeah, beautiful.
Seeing those is amazing.
Yeah, and that reminds me. Yeah, go, Neil.
I was just going to say, Sam, have you seen Gary Barlow as well as teaming up with people every day doing duets live on Instagram? And also Andrew Lloyd Webber is playing along to people's requests and things like this. It's amazing.
That was one tip I completely forgot to mention, which you reminded me of. Go and watch virtual gigs. So everyone's doing live Facebook at home concerts. Everyone's posting. I think it's stageit.com do it. MTV have a platform. I think it's called Unplugged at Home. There's a bunch of them. Everyone's doing it. Even though you're not at the concert with other people, you will feel a sense of connection to the artist and other people watching it. That's what we're trying to get here, because we're all working from home alone. People are feeling isolated. It's not good for our mental health. If you can feel connected in any way, that's what we're going for.
And Sam, is there any chance you could put a couple of those links up or send them to us?
I'm going to share all these links for sure with you. And that sort of takes me to the putting your money where your mouth is. Let's get creative a little bit and write some lyrics. So if I just share my screen really quickly, when we write lyrics at Song Division, we show this. Well, we get people to write lyrics, I should say, at our events and at their conferences. I get people to use this lyric template that works in any language, and we use it all around the world. Let me just get this up. It's very simple. It says, this is how to write a song. Keep each line about this long. Sing along, stay in time, try to find some words that rhyme. Now, Tom's going to sing that lyric template over the chords we just came up with in a bit of a funk rock style. Tom, take it away.
All right. Ooh, this is how you write a song. Keep each line about this long. Sing along and stay in time. And try to find some words that rhyme.
How good is that? Pretty easy. Pretty simple stuff, right?
Wait, take a bow, Tom. Take a bow. Take a bow.
Thank you very
You've done
much.
this before, haven't you?
I have.
And the crowd go wild.
Okay, so we're going to write some lyrics. Now, people can either write their own poem and put it in the comments. I can't see these comments, unfortunately, right now, so I'm going to that could prove a problem, but we'll figure that out. You can write your own poem, or you can finish, or we can finish the lyrics. You can finish the lyrics to some of the ones that we got. So, some things to get you going. How are you feeling right now? How do you want to feel? How are you feeling right now? Are you scared? Are you anxious? Are you stressed? How do you want to feel? I want to feel relaxed. I want to feel connected. I want to feel inspired. I want to feel motivated. What are you doing at home apart from music to achieve these goals? So think about those things and then put it in a poem. So, for example, if I said to the group, I want to feel happy and I want to feel it now. You can either type in something that rhymes with that. One of you guys can reply. I want to feel happy. I want to feel it now. Music brings my heart to life. Things like that. You can write anything in that rhyme structure as long as it, the first and second line rhyme. Music brings my heart to life. When things are wrong, it makes it right. Things like that. Yeah. Do you want to read it out to me? That would be great if you wrote. Yeah. Feeling good. What about feeling good, feeling fine? Something that rhymes with feeling good, feeling fine. Even though my life is all online.
Yeah.
So appropriate for right now.
Come on, guys, just send anything through.
Anything you got. My life. And maybe also bonus points if you name drop the Delegate Wranglers and how we're all here to help each other. We're such a supportive industry. Feeling good, even though my life is all online. The Delegate Wranglers. At the Delegate Wranglers, we stick together.
Yeah.
Something. I don't know. Any weather. Delegate Wranglers, we stick together. Neil, you can even, if you want to copy, because I can't see the Facebook, you can copy paste them and email them.
Feeling the fire from John Denning.
Feeling the fire. That could be in the chorus, actually. Feeling the fire. Hearts come to life. And
trying to think of some of the things we have, like the supply hour and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, something, feeling the fire, whether a planner or a supplier.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, we like that. That's a nice one.
That's good. What else can we write about? Things that you're doing at home. So meditate or working out and meditate.
We've got a few more. We bind together.
Yep.
Keep the DW vibe alive.
Oh, I love that. DW vibe alive. Yep.
Keep them coming, guys.
Keep them coming, and you guys. I'm going to start putting this in a bit of a song structure, so people can keep commenting while the three of you have a chat. And Tom will have some great anecdotes and stories. He's a full-time musician. He runs a charity for people called the Electric Umbrella for people with learning disabilities. He's played Glastonbury 16 times. This guy knows how to keep a balanced life while going through stressful times, busy times with 2 kids working from home. So I'm going to let you guys have a chat, but Neil, keep reading.
Yeah, Tom.
Come through.
Yeah, Tom, I was just going to say, you want to tell us a bit about your charity? Sounds amazing.
Yeah, so it came out working in special needs schools, still teaching. And we started it 5-6 years ago now, and it's Umbrella.
Yeah.
Once guys with learning disability in this country leave school and leave college, there's very little provision for them during the day. There's very little purpose. So if you can't hold down a job because you have cerebral palsy or Down syndrome or whatever, can't hold down a normal job, then there's the purpose is a rather big problem. And this is a group of incredibly cool people, really amazing, beautiful, wonderful human beings. And I think that they're massively misrepresented and misunderstood, really. And we realized that as a group of professional musicians, we could stand shoulder to shoulder with them and make beautiful things happen. One of our big things at the moment, of course, is that with social isolation is what we deal with. Our guys are massively socially isolated a lot of the time. And now, hilariously, we're all massively socially isolated. It's become this really strange thing. So all of our work is in person, but actually how it's worked out for us is that we've started something called Electric Umbrella TV, EU TV, and we're broadcasting 4 hours a day throughout the day, 8, 12, 4 and 8. And it's a way of bringing the community together and broadcasting out and representing this incredible group of people for who they are and what they're all about.
What an amazing thing to do. What an amazing thing to do. That must be really rewarding and also really useful for them as well.
Well, it is. I mean, I get easily as much from it as I give, if you know what I mean. So for me, before, when I was touring or when I was just playing functions and earning a living and trying to support the family, there was certainly not as much. I don't know, like there was part in it for me. Where now, actually, it's about saying, what do I do really well? How can I help somebody else do that? And how does that help me? And for me personally, I really found a true sense of happiness and a true sense of self when I realized that it was not about me anymore. When I could actually empower somebody else with the things that I can do. This isn't about me trying to get famous. This isn't about me going on the road and busting my gut. This is about me saying, well, what am I good at? And who does that help?
Good for you.
What can I get as a... It's a really lovely thing. So I recommend everybody check out EU TV. It's not just for people with learning disabilities. It's for everybody. We learn so much.
I will check it out.
It's really
incredible, guys. I've done some volunteering for them. I can't speak highly of it enough. And Tom, as a human, not only just as a talented musician, and again, I love the way you said, like, this is what people like his members go through every day, feeling isolated and alone. So we're all getting a bit of a taste of that. The
voice in the background says www.electricumbrella.co.uk. The link's on the screen, so you can go find it.
Okay. Hey guys, I've got this done. I'm going to share it with the. I'm going to share
it.
Have
you?
Have you been getting the lyrics, Sam? Have you been seeing the lyrics?
Yeah, they're coming in. What we'll do is, because we're about to run out of time, I'll get all the comments and this is just a very short. This is a verse, chorus, and a short second verse. Normally we'd have a breakdown and it'll be a much longer song. So I'll finish it. I'll take all the other comments that I haven't seen yet, and Tom and I will record this song and release it as the Delegate Wranglers. As maybe we can call it the 2020 anthem or something. So I'm going to share the screen now so you can all see it. Tom, it's a verse, chorus, verse, chorus. So second, that third verse is a half verse. It needs a name, but we can deal with that later. And then we'll perform it and then have a quick wrap up, Neil.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right, Tom. Yeah. No pressure, mate. Here we go. Can you see this?
This.
Yes.
Yes, that's working.
Okay, so it's verse 1, verse 2, chorus, verse 3, chorus. A double chorus, maybe.
Sam, would you mind just holding it on the chorus for me?
Yeah, sure. Chorus.
I mean, I'm used to working fast, but this is fast.
Feel the love.
So
Just think about Okay, I got that.
Okay, and then your verse is what you. Yeah.
Okay, go to a verse, so that's fine. Okay, all
I
right.
reckon you got this, baby. This is live, baby. This is how we do it. This is how the pros do it.
Can I just stop everyone there? Can we all just picture that these guys have just composed this, chose the chords, composed it, written it on the fly in about 7 or 8 minutes.
All right. Here we go. Are you ready, everybody? Here we go. Feeling good, feeling fine, even though my life is all online. A delegate, we find together, no matter what the time, no matter the weather. You can work it out, meditate, take yourself from good to the great. You might feel alone, but here we are to with each other without any fear. Here we go. Feel the love, feel the fire, whether a planner or a supplier. Keep the kingdom alive. We want to survive, we are gonna thrive. Feel the love, feel the fire, with the planner or a supplier. Keep the kingdom alive. We want to survive, we're gonna thrive. All right. Check out an online gig, put your favorite on, have a little boogie, come on and sing along. Do some simple warm-ups, breathe and hum, or contact us and we can write a little song. Feel the love, feel the fire, whether a planner or a survivor. Keep the DW vibe alive. We want to survive. We're gonna thrive. Yeah. All right. Gonna go around again.
One more time. All right.
So we go to a breakdown now. This is when we get ready for the chorus. Are you ready? Chorus. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Feel the love, feel the fire, whether a planner or a supplier. Keep the kingdom alive. We want to survive. We're gonna thrive. Yeah. Feel the love, feel the fire, whether a planner or a supplier. Keep the kingdom alive. We want to survive. We're gonna
Show off. What a show off. We got it. We got it, man. You're a legend. So there you go.
That was absolutely amazing. I mean, I've seen you guys in action. And can I just say, I've seen these guys in action. You've worked at many events with us, you know, and they'll do it like, I was just going to say, Sam, do you want to explain you kind of do it on a small scale. You do it like going down one-to-one in small groups, or you can do it on a stage. To a huge
exactly.
There's lots of different ways you can do this, isn't there?
Yeah. So I mean, we've got something where around 15 offerings. So it might be Insta Hits, which is this, where we write you your own song. We ask you some questions, and we write you a song in under 3 minutes about you. It's great for networking events. Something that that's big right now is remote songwriting. So we're taking teams of up to 25 people, and they call in a Zoom call like this, and we're writing a song with them online, so they can still have the sense of bonding with their company and with their team in about 90 minutes. I mean, as far as once we're back to doing live events, we do conference openers. For the biggest group we've done is about 11,000 people for Mary Kay in Vegas as a big conference opener. Team building afternoons where we break you into teams and have a battle of the bands. We write a bunch of songs, and then everything more on the entertainment side of things, interactive entertainment, lip sync battles, rock and roll karaoke, rock and roll game shows. We are all genuinely such big advocates of music and the power it has to bring people together. That's why we're also passionate about what we do at Song Division and the musicians as well. So, and I just need to say a massive thanks to you, Neil, as well. Delegate Wranglers, huge supporters of what we do. It's such a great page. We're all on it every day. It's such a beautiful network of people. So, thank you for having us. And I am going to go through all the comments now, and I'll finish that song off. That was a little bit rough and ready, but it was still pretty awesome in my opinion. But we'll finish it off.
Can I just say, Tom, I am totally in awe.
Tom's the man.
It's just unbelievable, honestly, truly unbelievable. But thanks to you guys, honestly, for coming on. Thanks to Dom as well. Dom, you got anything else you wanted to add? Did you enjoy that yourself?
I always like live music performances. It doesn't matter where they come from. It doesn't matter who does them. I just love hearing live music. But the very fact that that's been done on the spur of the moment is quite incredible. It's something that I could only dream of being able to do musically.
Yep.
Because I'm just but a drummer.
Well.
Next time you're on.
I'm sure you've heard the joke about the drummer. Well, there's lots of jokes. What's the one? The pizza? What's the difference between a drummer and a large pizza?
Don't go on.
A pizza can feed a family of 4.
Yeah, there we go. See,
just on a very serious note, give me a call or drop me an email or reach out to me, and Neil can put us in contact. If anyone wants to hear those tips again, or wants any more ideas around how they can use music to stay connected, and even with your family as well. It doesn't have to be just you on your own. I'd love to talk to you and help out. We're all here to help each other at the moment. So please reach out.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. You're superstars, and we'll just wrap it up. Maybe me and Dom can just stay online and just wrap up this. But thank you very much. You've done an amazing job, Tom.
Thanks, Neil. Thanks, Dom. Guys, stay safe, stay positive, and keep music in your life.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
You too. All the best, mate. Thanks. Hey, Dom.
Hey.
So, hi, guys. I just thought just first of all say I'm absolutely mind blown by what they've just done.
It is amazing. I will just say that we'll make sure that those guys get the opportunity to record that, and we'll put that back out on Delegate Wranglers properly, because we are using technology to do this. We are reliant on internet connections. We're reliant on a whole other things outside of our control. I've seen a few things saying that Tom's internet connection wasn't great. No, it wasn't. It was cutting in and out a little bit. So we will make sure that whole song comes out. But actually, the point of it wasn't necessarily to get a perfect piece out now. The point was to show off a little bit about what they do, but also just do something slightly different for this group. And this is a time where we've got to do fun stuff as well as try and navigate our way through it. So bear with us.
Very much so. Yeah, very, very much so. These DW Lives are going to be, a mixture of some learning things, some upskill things, some serious things, some interviews, some fun things, some team building things. And we're looking for people to come on the shows with us. They're not about self-promotion. They're not about, there's nothing commercial in this. Nobody's getting paid to do this. We're just trying to keep everybody's spirits up, so that people come through all this with, they've learned something, they've got some new skills, we've made everybody laugh or whatever it is, or entertained or anything. I mean, just look at Dom with this whole clock on the wall comedy routine. I mean,
you couldn't make that up.
Comedy gold.
And I will. The camera that I'm looking into right now will have recorded that moment, although it wasn't actually on camera. So I will find it.
Can we clip it? Can we clip it up?
I'll clip it and put it out a little bit later.
So yeah, anyway, I just want to say, you know, drop us a line if you want to get involved. Let us know if you're enjoying them. You know, if you think there's anything we can add to them. You know, we're all ears here on the group, and thanks a lot for your support. And you know, if we can do anything for you, just let us know. You know, we're here for you guys. So just trying to support you with everything we can do this, you know, through these tough times, and we will get there. You know, hopefully we're helping towards easing us all through that as well. Especially Dom. Thanks for the clock.
It's my pleasure. Neil, we're going to do more of these. We've got a couple of ideas as to what's going to happen next, but I think let's just give people the opportunity to hear what you said again, which was we do want to include as many people in this group as possible, and we want to do stuff that's fun, that's educational, that's uplifting, that's just something a little bit different right now. So if you've got an idea for something that you could bring to this show, this whatever it is, this show, I guess, then please get in touch with Neil, because we would absolutely love to have you on.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. So I think that's everything. Thanks a lot, guys, for tuning in, and we'll see. Hopefully we might have one towards the end of this week. If not, there'll be one certainly early next week. But please drop us a line. Let us know if there's anything you want to see or you want to feature yourself.
We'll see you very soon. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thanks, all, guys.
Take care.
See you soon.